Amy Nickell, we've got to toughen up our prisons, don't we?
No, we need to do the exact opposite. And
what do you mean?
Exactly what Dominic Raab said is just classically Tory dehumanising.
But what are you saying? Are you against prisons?
So one of the biggest issues facing the prison population, when they leave prison, they can't get employed straight away. They're not eligible for universal credit. They have to apply for it. So there's a gap. And most of them, a massive percentage of them, will end up unemployed and homeless. And this is an issue. And if you centre these dehumanising terms on them, prison leavers, what was the thing? Don't call it a cell, not a room. But do you know what made me feel really uncomfortable was the way that you went self-esteem. Like, who needs that? That's precisely
I think what, for a murderer, for a rapist?
because Dan, that is a minority of the prison population.
For a paedophile?
That is a minority of the prison population.
I think
these are mainly. So I've actually got. So you've got 30%. Smaller violent crimes under 6 months sentencing, 16% drugs offences, 9% theft, 9% robbery. Most people.
Okay, but Amy, what are you saying? What are you proposing?
I'm saying.
What are you proposing? Do you not believe in prisons?
I don't believe in prisons. I don't believe in prisons.
But
No. I believe that the people you've mentioned, those really people that put the society and community at risk, of course.
Drug dealers.
I don't.
Dan, I have to say something, Amy. This is classic lefty wrongness. One about the victims. Yeah. There is no such thing as low-level crime if you've been a victim of that crime. And hold on, the big thing about our justice system is you pay your penance and you're no longer a prisoner. And that is very important because it means you could be accepted back into society. It means that people don't take the law into their own hands because they feel like there's penance being paid. If we lose that link, it means you have no respect for people who are paying taxes, who are victim of crime, and people start to take the law.
So, Amy, what do you... I'm genuinely... I'm stunned. Okay. I'm completely stunned. But I'm actually trying to understand where you expect to put people who have mugged someone, have beaten someone up, who've raped someone. Where do they go?
Hang on a minute. If it wasn't nonsense, then crime rates would have gone down.
OK, what's your solution then?
As the prison population goes
Amy?
up,
you get rid of prisons,
crime
what's your solution?
Rates go up.
Give me your solution.
Do you know something else?
Just give me your solution.
OK, my solution is a lot of it would be done in the community. A lot of it would be done through restorative justice, through counselling, through education, through getting them ready for employment and retraining them to be members of society. Also, my solution is to not have...
What, they stay in their home?
Do not have... Basically, this is like pumping a body full of poison and then being surprised when the body gets sick. Society...
Dominic, save me here.
Look, Amy, I think you are coming from, a compassionate place, but it's just absolutely ridiculous. The whole point of prison is it's supposed to be a punishment.
It is not a deterrent at all.
Wrong. So there should be an element of punishment, but there should also, of course, be an element of rehabilitation, which is why prisoners are already able to sit GCSEs.
The point of prison
qualifications,
is not
gain vocational skills in order for them to obtain employment once they're out. When it comes to the paedophiles, the rapists and whatever, I don't think we're actually harsh on them enough. I think they should be doing hard labour and be given soup every day if it was up to me.
Soup's quite nice.
You've missed one of the points of prison as well. Prison is a deterrent.
It's not.
Let me tell you why.
It doesn't do anything for crime rates.
It is a deterrent, and I'll tell you why. The thing that pushes crime the most, we're here in London now, record levels of crime under...
Sadiq Khan's lawless London.
Why is Sadiq Khan's London so lawless? Because people don't think they'll be caught.
Yes.
They don't think there'll be any punishment. The biggest deterrent to crime is the idea that you will have to pay for that crime.
No,
Amy, what's the level? What's the level when you think someone should go to prison? So if you rape someone, if you beat someone up, if you burgle someone's house, when do you go to prison? Never?
In my head, what I would like to do, what reduces crime, is by raising living standards, increasing connection, increasing community.
OK, Amy, but no matter what living standards are, there's still going to be people who rape people, there's still going to be people who assault people, there's still going to be people who murder people. What happens to them? What happens to them in your utopia?
Those people go to prison. And prison isn't overcrowded.
So prison does exist?
For a very select few people who are a harm and a danger to the community.
Let me quickly help you. If you really want to help prisoners and reduce crime in this country, the best place to start would be with people's mental health.
Exactly. And you hate isolation. You said how harmful it is, how awful it is, and you want to isolate loads of millions of... Well, I think it's 80,000 people in this country. Isolate them and then be surprised when their mental health deteriorates and they reoffend.
Have you seen some of the prison pictures? There was one picture that I saw with some prisoners taking a picture with a piece of steak. On a phone? Like, you get phones, you get drugs, you get loads of stuff in jail.
It's a small for crime. You leave it
free
and you
for all
re-offend.
in a lot of those jails.
Final word.
Just a lot of my thinking came from this because I did actually work for a brief time in a probation office. So I'm not talking from ignorance here. I'm talking from my own experience.
From my knowledge, you get phones, you get drugs, you get loads of stuff in jail. Seriously.
Yeah, so it doesn't work.
Well, no, Amy doesn't want jails.
Current way,
Amy doesn't want jails.
Work.
Look, we'll pick up on this another time.